I am walking out of cute little Hunter River. It's the school. Terrific little place to stop for the night, the Heritage Classic. I know I called the owner Yvette yesterday. I believe it's Sylvette. And she even touched base with me last night to make sure that everything was okay and that her husband was getting things all in order, which is kind of cute. The only difference, this is the first bed and breakfast I've stayed in with a shared bathroom. And that's a challenge for a hiker when you're trying to get away in the morning. If someone pops into the bathroom before you to get their shower, they could be in there for a little while and you're just waiting. I took my shower last night, but I usually like to go to the bathroom just before I get on the trail. That didn't happen this morning because someone was in there getting their shower. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Monday, 36 kilometers. It's not raining right now. It did rain earlier today. I think it's supposed to be just every kind of weather imaginable except for snow today. Somewhere between 14, which is what it is now, to 21 degrees. Overcast, the odd little risk of showers, sunshine with a few clouds. A little bit mixed bag, everything. So I've got everything out, my rain jacket and my bag's covered, and I'm ready, so bring it on. I love the houses in Prince Edward Island. The majority of them are just beautifully painted, wonderful colors, gorgeously cared for, amazing gardens. They're just so quaint and cute. A little morning check-in while I walk. I slept incredibly well last night. I took an extra ibuprofen before going to bed. And if it wasn't for these gosh darn massive blisters on the outsides of my heels, I'm feeling 100%. I feel great. And I know that the pain in my heels will settle down for a bit, and then it will probably rear its ugly head for the last section. This first section that I'm walking on is going to be a steady incline for about, I think, 7 kilometers. And then slowly comes down again and flattens out. Yeah, beautiful morning. I love these mornings. Bit damp, overcast, no wind, calm. So far I've only had to kill one mosquito on my wrist. Let's hope that stays that way. Here goes the morning. I forgot to mention breakfast this morning. So it was a lovely little breakfast bar that was in the foyer by the rooms. And he had a bowl of all different kinds of fruit ready for me. Little boxes of cereal, orange juice in the fridge, yogurt was in the fridge, tea, coffee, packets of oatmeal, toast by the toaster with jam and butter. And they also had a little jar of cereal bars and granola bars and Pop-Tarts. So I don't eat very much before I go out on a hike. So I had a banana and a piece of toast, but I took a couple of little bars for the road. Oh, and I had a yogurt. So it was really cute. Perfect. Today is an exciting day because at the end of this 36-kilometer trek, I get to see some friends tonight for dinner and stay overnight. I'm a-coming, you guys. I'm a-coming. Good morning, my friends. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? But you are smart to be under that tree because it is drizzling a bit. Anyway, gotta go. Seriously, people, look at this scenery. These are the paintings that I'm looking at all morning. I am one lucky chick. And this is one beautiful island. This is the 8.5 kilometer mark. I'm making incredible time this morning. I feel great. I hate to stop because I know once I get up, it's gonna hurt for a little bit. But look at that. Inside washroom, picnic table, with shelter, 5-star road stop. Pop-Tarts, here I come. Just gotta say, I've stopped here and I don't think I've seen a single mosquito while I've been sitting here. I haven't had to apply any bug spray. So this central area, way different than the western side. And it's muggy and damp and really forested where I am. So yeah, it's nice to not be swarmed. All of the benches so far have faced the trail, but not this one. Its back is to the trail, and understandably, look at that view. There are lots of people on the trail today, which is kind of nice to see people. Mostly cyclists, but a couple of joggers, a couple of dog walkers. Everyone has a big smile, a good morning of greeting, and a have a great day on departure. It's nice. Song of the day. The long and straight road that leads to John's door. I wish my camera had smell-o-vision because the smell of all these wild roses is amazing. Check that out. Wow. So I've stopped at my 18-kilometer, actually I think it's more like 19-kilometer lunchtime rest stop. And this is right beside me, a Christmas tree. And it is July 24th, so I think that's what they call Christmas in July. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm chilling at my lunchtime rest stop, having my favorite turkey jerky, some crackers and cheese, and a yogurt from the bed and breakfast this morning. I'm feeling great. That was 4.5 hours for 18.5 kilometers, which for me and my feet is doing good. I feel more like my old hiking self today, and I'm motoring. So hoping that'll put me to where I want to go by about 4:15, 4:30 if I can keep up this pace, which I think I should be able to. With a little help from my friend Ibuprofen, who's been helping me over the last 12 hours. So yeah, it's a really good day today. I've been thinking about that question that I get a lot, and that is why. Not so much why hike. I know a lot of people who love to hike and get out in the woods and you find peace and solitude. But the answer for me is clarity. It's always been clarity. I find clarity of thought when I hike. But I've been thinking on that a little further today. And the question is, why do I seem to only find that clarity when I hike long distances? And I think that all leads to truth. The world seems to me to have a really difficult time with truth. My belief is that people lie to get what they want. And it works for them, so they continue. But when you're out here, you can't lie. There's no lying. Nature doesn't lie. You are feeling sore and challenged, and you're on a trail that you know is a backwoods, hilly, rocky trail. There's no lie. And what you've got to try and do is somehow combine how you're feeling with what the woods are giving you. And you got to work it out in order for you to get through. There's also truth about yourself. You can't lie to yourself out here. You can't say you can make it another 4 kilometers if you can barely stand up. And by that same token, you can try and tell yourself that you can't make it the next few kilometers, when in truth, you really can. There's a lot of truth out here. There's no deception out here. And with all of that truth, you get clarity. Truth is the only thing that can give you clarity, honesty, what it is. Sometimes truth can be hard. It can be hard to hear. It's like on the trail. You see that cliff and you've got to go up it. It can be hard. I was once told that there's 2 sides to every story and the truth lies somewhere in the middle. And I believe that. As difficult as it is to tell your truth, it is probably more difficult, I think, to hear truth, or at least someone else's truth, which is in fact their reality and deserves to be listened to. And then you take the 2 sides and you bring them together. And I think that by bringing the 2 sides together, you find the true truth, which is the part that lies in the middle. I am fortunate that I was raised around the table of debate. A lot of people had a hard time coming over to our house for dinner on Sundays because, oh my goodness, could we debate. But the trust in all of that debate comes from being able to have those arguments, being able to have it out, and 2 seconds later you're laughing over dessert. That's what it's all about. Out here on the trail, I can get angry and upset with what it gives me, with what it throws me. By the time I get to the end, I'm laughing and celebrating. Truth brings clarity. Yeah. The Confederation Trail needs more of these. I just came through Winslow, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think is kind of just north of Charlottetown. And it's nice to know that there's a Tim Hortons right over there and an Irving station. So I could have stopped here for lunch, but it was much more peaceful back 2 kilometers where I stopped. Anyway, onward we go. A thing to make note of. So when you come to a road crossing, that the Confederation Trail crosses a road, the right of way is supposed to go to the pedestrian, which is really kind and all. But it's also really dangerous, not for me, but for the cars. The other day, it was pouring rain, and a car on one side stopped to let me pass, but the car on the other side, they stopped, but there was like a truck behind them, and another truck behind that, and another car behind that. Pouring rain on a highway where they were traveling about 90 kilometers an hour, and they slammed on their brakes to stop, and it was a frightening moment. And the car that was behind the trucks actually had to skid off onto the shoulder of the road. So from that moment, I've tried to have my back and to the traffic and just kind of watch for an opening. Or just now, I stay way back from the edge of the road and I just wait for an opening. But I did that. There were no other cars on the road. 2 had already passed closest to me, leaving a space. And there were 3 more coming in the other direction. The first 2 passed, which is fine because I was standing back. But the third one, no one behind him, no reason for him to need to stop. He stopped for me, which is really kind. But this stopping for pedestrians really worries me. Maybe a crosswalk flashing light situation might be, I don't know. It just worries me that people are stopping for me on some of these really busy roadways. So I'm going to be delayed by a few minutes because I was just passing through the turnoff for Brackley and I met these 3 women on bikes. Oh my God, they were a riot. We had a good long chat about hiking and biking and the island. And I can't remember now, but apparently the place that I was calling Breadalbane, I totally butchered the name of that town. And I can't quite remember what it was supposed to be called now, but it's something like Breadalbane, something like that. Anyway, I'll have to confirm that. So my apologies to that really nice village where those 2 little girls were keeping me company on the swings. But those 3 women, whew, they were awesome. They put a little spring in my step. But I still have, I think, what do I have left today? I have 10, 11, 12 more kilometers to go. So gotta step up my pace. So just having my final little break in this beautiful spot before I do my final 8K. I'm a-coming, John. I'm a-coming. Gotta rest up these feet, have a little drink, change the socks, and away I go. Should be 2 more hours. And hopefully the sun's shining, but there's a lot of gray clouds. You can see. Hopefully there won't be any rain. But I am feeling really good today. This has been my kind of a hiking day. The body's been just good today. It's thankful for the sleep last night, I think. Here we go. Time to visit with some friends. Direction. And that's the sky in the other direction. Let's hope I'm going to the left. Judy in to meet John. With still a little bit to go. I decided that my little chorus from yesterday needs a verse or two. So here's verse 1. I can see it, it's crystal clear. It's right in front of me. It's my future, it's my plan. That's where I wanna be. I'm putting one foot in front of the other. That's how I get to where I wanna go. By putting one foot in front of the other, I'm gonna make it, I know. This mile marker up ahead is a significant one because it means I have now covered 2/3 of the island. It means that I've gone through the western section and the central section. So I'm just making my way out of the central section and I just have the eastern section to go. Yay me!